My boss, the guy I'd been secretly crushing on, suddenly gave me a fountain pen. Instantly, a stream of comments scrolled across my vision. Hee hee, little does she know that pen is psychically linked to the male lead's junk, right? OMG, this is so hot. I heard it's full of spicy scenes later, is that true? It's true, it's true. The male lead is a total workhorse. This story is a solid investment. I froze, my hand hovering over the pen. The next second, my boss, sitting across from me, let out a muffled grunt. Nobody likes their boss. Except me. Because he was just so good to me. Ever since I graduated and joined the company, I've been working in the executive office. Alan Chen was usually a cold man of few words. But if someone screwed up, he'd chew them out until they were a blubbering mess. But I always felt he treated me differently. It's normal to be unfamiliar with procedures when you're new. The other senior staff in the executive office were all busy with their own work, so no one really guided me. It was my own fault, really, but I ended up making a huge mistake. When I was called into the CEO's office, my coworkers all looked at me like I was walking to my execution. I was terrified, my heart pounding as I went inside. But Alan was completely calm. He just asked me if I was adjusting to the company, if I was comfortable, and if my colleagues were nice to me. He never even mentioned the mistake. When I came out, all my coworkers turned to stare. I quickly bowed my head and pretended to be on the verge of tears. I might have been new to the corporate world, but I understood. Special treatment makes people jealous. I worked at the Chin Group for over a year. My coworkers got reamed out like dogs every day. I, on the other hand, could only pretend I was getting reamed out. To be worthy of Alan's kindness, I worked harder and more diligently than ever. I couldn't let him down. Although I couldn't figure out what his feelings for me really were. But I still wanted to do my best to impress him. I knew he treated me a little differently. But he never crossed any lines. Maybe it was just a tiny crush. I couldn't let my imagination run wild. Just being able to see him every day was enough. I had a high salary and a pretty chill job. What more could I complain about? The group landed a huge new contract. All the employees involved got a bonus. For the executive office, the CEO handed them out personally. I walked into the office with my colleagues. Alan took out several thick envelopes. "These are for you," he said in his usual cool tone. I had the least seniority in the company, so I was last in line. My coworkers clutched their envelopes, their faces beaming. But when it was my turn, there was nothing left. Alan's expression didn't change. Alice has only been with the company for a little over a year. She doesn't have the seniority for a cash bonus, so I got her something else. My coworkers craned their necks to see. Alan produced a navy blue box. "Open it." What could it be? Could anything possibly be better than cash? Confused, I opened the box. A deep blue fountain pen lay nestled inside. It was even tied with a tiny pink bow. Instantly, comments scrolled across my vision again. OMG, he just gave away the family jewels. Hee hee, little does she know that pen is psychically linked to the male lead's junk, right? OMG, this is so hot. I heard it's full of spicy scenes later, is that true? It's true, it's true. The male lead is a total workhorse. This story is a solid investment. I was stunned. Family jewels? Psychically linked? Spicy scenes? A workhorse? Maybe I was hallucinating from binge-watching shows late at night. Alan's voice cut through my thoughts. You don't like it? Our boy looks like his heart is about to shatter. What if my crush doesn't like my gift? It's my pride and joy. Alice, just nod your head. Don't be fooled by his blank face, he's clenching his fists so hard they're turning purple. I love it. With that, I reached out my hand, just to test the waters. I only meant to stroke the pen. I don't know why, but my heart started racing. Wait. Before Alan could finish, I had already given the body of the pen a firm caress. He let out a sharp, muffled groan, and his eyelids instantly flushed red. The sound was so sensual, it sent my mind racing. My co-workers stood off to the side, confused but too scared to say anything. Suddenly, I smiled. Thank you, Mr. Chin. This pen, I love it. Ah, he must be dying of pleasure from that one touch. I love seeing him get absolutely played by her. Help, this is too intense. Alice, you better mess him up good. I'm different. If my pen was linked to my boss's junk, I'd just snap it in half with my foot. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Alan's jaw tighten. Was he trying his hardest to hold back? If you like it, take good care of it. Don't disappoint me. I nodded. Of course. I'll make sure you're completely satisfied. I had no idea where he found this psychically linked pen. But I was now fully aware that we were living in a spicy romance novel. As for all these weird plot points, might as well just roll with it. After leaving the office, Alan practically sprinted toward the men's room. Hee, can't hold it in? Gotta go blow off some steam? He can't even handle a single touch. The guy has zero self-control. I'm worried for our girl. She's reaching for it. What's she gonna do? Oh my God. Help, if Alice carries that pen around, is he just gonna have a boner 24/7? I never knew Alan was such a quiet perv. After holding back for over a year, all he dared to do was secretly give me a pen. Fine, I'll be merciful and let him have a little fun. From now on, the ball was in my court. I took the pen out of the box. I untied the bow and stroked it up and down. Then I uncapped it and tentatively started to write on a piece of paper. Just as I suspected. The pen was full of ink. The letters came out in a very dark, rich color. Ah, the ML is on the toilet, about to die. Oh my God, Alice, you're too good at this. Stop writing, he's already losing his mind. Damn, he's bold. Isn't he afraid of wearing himself out and dying? I pictured what he must look like right now. I started to feel a little flushed myself. Suddenly, a hand snatched the pen away from me. It was my least favorite coworker, Megan. Tisk, it's just a regular pen. Not even expensive. I have no idea why the boss would give you this. This pen was psychically linked to Alan. How could she just hold it in her hand like that? Wouldn't that mean he? Phew, our boy is smart. The pen is only bonded to Alice. Even he can touch it without feeling anything. He must have planned for this. Someone else was bound to touch the pen eventually. He's finally recovered and is coming out of the bathroom. I wonder what his face will look like when he sees someone else holding his junk. Alice is about to cry, my poor baby. Give it back. Knowing what the comments said, I was relieved. But still angry. I wanted to snatch the pen back from Megan, but I was afraid she wouldn't let go. What if she hurt Alan? Sheesh, you're so protective of it. Megan examined the pen from top to bottom. There's nothing special about it. Lame. By the way, Alice, do you have a crush on the boss? She said it so loudly that everyone turned to look. My face turned beet red against my will. That's ridiculous. From behind me came Alan's cold voice. What are you all talking about? Ah, you're so mean, Alice. You just played with him until he was losing his mind, and now you say you don't like him. Our boy is about to shatter. His hands are shaking. Oh my God, he's so petty. Alice, you better watch out. You're going to get fucked until you can't see straight. Hee, I'm actually kinda looking forward to that. I turned my head. Alan's face was so dark it looked like it was about to drip ink. I'm screwed. That was my first thought. Megan played the victim. Mr. Chen, I just wanted to look at her pen, and she got all nasty with me. I was about to defend myself. Alan let out a cold laugh. That's her property. You think you can just take it? Did you even ask her? Megan, you're a senior member of this office. How have you become so unprofessional? Give it back to her. Don't make me say it twice. Our co-workers were all watching the drama unfold. Since Alan had my back, what was I afraid of? Megan, sweetie, could you please wipe it clean and put it back in the box for me? It was a gift from the boss. I treasure it very much. Megan was furious. Mr. Chen, look at her. You're spoiling her. Now she's all high and mighty, completely out of control. Alan's face darkened again. Did you not hear what I just said? Megan instantly deflated. She looked down, found a tissue to wipe the pen, and placed it back in the box. I looked at Alan. Don't worry, Mr. Chen. I'll be sure to take good care of your pen. I'll keep it with me at all times and won't let anyone else touch it. He gave me a deep look. Without another word, he turned and went back into his office. For some reason, I felt like he was even angrier now. Alice's being way too formal. Our poor boy is so hurt. She doesn't know how he feels about her. She's just trying to placate her boss. When is the plot going to speed up? I'm so tired of all this fluff. That night, I held the box and stared at the pen lying inside. Afraid something might happen to Alan, I didn't dare touch it. He's in the shower. Aw. Damn, what a body. Abs, pecs, delts, they just censored that part so you can't see it. You don't need to see it to get the picture. Who would doubt the equipment on a romance novel lead? Wow, he's washing himself so carefully. He's got more nerve to wash it than I have to watch. So he was in the shower? I decisively picked up the pen and held it. The next second, the comments erupted in screams. Aw. That was so sudden. He went weak in the knees and almost fell. Good thing he caught himself on the wall. Oh my God, Alice, what are you doing? Give me more. His face is so red. He looks like he's in absolute ecstasy. Alice, your timing is impeccable. After a moment's thought, I took off the cap. Sure enough, a drop of ink dripped out. It leaked. Oh my God, so he wasn't washing himself? He was jerking off. That explains the weird look on his face. His expression was so cold, none of us could tell. I can't wait to see if he keeps that same expression when he's doing it with Alice. The quality of this pen doesn't seem that great. I grabbed a tissue and wiped the drop of ink from the nib. Then I gripped the body of the pen again. Is she gonna start again? I think she's about to write something. Oh my God. Can he handle it? Please don't make him spit ink and lose his mind again. Please wait, Alice, give him a second to recover. This novel is so damn good. Author, can you write another one? I'll pre-order it instantly. Suddenly, my phone rang. Alan's voice was strained, laced with forbearance. What are you doing? What do you think I'm doing, baby? You know damn well. Looking at my phone. He said coolly, there's a document you need to handle. Drop what you're doing and come into the office. Work overtime? Yeah, right. I squeezed the pen in my hand a little harder. He can't take it anymore, Alice. He's so desperate he's even using overtime as an excuse. He's running on empty, baby. Is this the same romance novel lead I know and love? Well, he was forced to spit a lot of ink at the office today. He's probably scared. Are you using the pen right now? I am. There was a moment of silence on the other end. Stop using it for now. That pen's ink cartridge automatically refills a little each day. Using it too much is bad for the pen. Use it sparingly, treasure it. I have a feeling he's not talking about the pen. He is talking about the pen, honey. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Girl, you're reading a smut novel and you still don't get it. Alice is blushing. Why? I don't know, something feels off. It's almost like Alice knows. I understand, Mr. Chen. I'll be careful with the pen. But I don't want to work overtime. Is that okay? Maybe it was because I knew how he felt. I couldn't help but sound a little suggestive. Alan's voice on the other end was very soft. Okay. Then, come to my office tomorrow. Emichim, I will, Mr. Chen. Alice is so happy she doesn't have to work overtime. So cute, I could just die. This is so sweet I can't handle it. Of course he's got a boner again. Our boy has no self-control. Alice is gonna be the death of him. I can't wait, I can't wait. Plot, hurry up. As expected of a romance novel lead, he's back to jerking off. Alice, touch the pen again. I'm begging you. I was tempted to touch the pen again. But on second thought, I decided against it. I wrapped the pen in a tissue and put it back in its box. Then I left it alone. The next day at work, I took the file Alan had asked me to work on last night and went to the CEO's office. The door was shut tight. I remembered the last person to go in was Megan, delivering coffee. Suddenly, I heard a woman's gasp. Something wasn't right. I gave the door a perfunctory knock. Mr. Chen, I'm coming in. Wait. Before he could finish, I had already pushed the door open. Inside, Megan was crouched in front of his legs, doing something. The position was incredibly suggestive. It was hard not to get the wrong idea. The female villain spilled coffee on our boy's leg. I wonder if his little buddy got burned. Ah, Alice saw. Is she going to misunderstand? Alice, punish him. Punish him hard. Alan's face was flushed with anger. Get out. Megan shot me a triumphant look. Alice, you really need to learn some manners. Pushing the door open when the boss didn't invite you in, you need to be more careful in the future. You can go now. The boss and I are busy, you. I was talking to you. Get out. Alan's voice was terrifyingly cold. He wasn't even this scary when he was chewing out his subordinates. Megan froze. But, Mr. Chen. Get lost. Alan didn't even look at her. Seeing this, Megan shot me a glare before storming out of the office. What do you want? I placed the file on his desk. This is the file you asked me to work on last night. It's done. Please take a look. My gaze drifted to his pants. I ventured, shouldn't you go change your clothes first? The tension in Alan's face finally eased. He knew I hadn't misunderstood. Right. You can go now. Just leave the file here. I'll look at it later. Okay, I said, turning to leave. Alan stood up, glanced at the coffee stain, and went into his private lounge. Thank God Alice didn't misunderstand. That would have been so awkward. Dude, you have a mouth, don't you? Why didn't you explain? Our boy is just a cold, quiet type. He only knows how to crush from afar. When are they gonna finally get it on? Haven't they broken the ice yet? I'm getting so antsy. I stopped at the door. I unclipped the pen from my breast pocket. Gripping it tightly, I turned and walked back to his desk. I uncapped it, about to write. Alan suddenly burst out of the lounge. The corners of his eyes were distinctly red, with a hint of moisture. Alice, what are you doing? I turned to look at him. He had taken off his shirt, revealing a lean, muscular torso. Broad shoulders, narrow waist, a perfect physique. But that wasn't the main event. It was what was happening below his waist. A massive tent was pitched in his pants. The size of it. My gaze must have been hot. It made his entire body flush an impossible shade of red. Damn, I think Alice is about to have a nosebleed. Ah, he's so nervous. Oh my God, is it about to happen? Alice, you're still holding the pen. Do something. Mr. Chen, I just remembered there was a spot on the document I needed to sign. I was just going to sign it. Alan took a tiny step forward. Don't use that pen. Use the one on my desk. Okay, Mr. Chen. I nodded obediently, but my eyes never left his body. Alan shut his eyes in shame. Sorry you had to see this. I'm not a pervert, I swear. I thought you came back for something else. Such a quiet freak, this one. I know you're not a pervert, Mr. Chen. Feeling playful, my gaze lingered on the tent again. You got burned by the coffee, so, thermal expansion, right? Ah, Alice, what's gotten into you? I'm going to faint. Alice, you're so bad. Is she teasing him? Our girl is so smooth. I command you two to get it on, right here, right now. Is it just me, or did the tent just get bigger? Mr. Chen, if I hadn't come in just now. Were you going to let Megan help you change and treat the burn? Alan quickly shook his head. No, that was just an accident. I told her to leave, but she wouldn't go. I calmly walked up to him. I looked him straight in the eye. I held the pen up in front of him for him to see. Don't you think you're a little too obsessed with this pen? Alan, what exactly did you do? He was shocked by my change in demeanor. It took Alan a moment to even register that I'd used his first name. I just wanted you to treasure the pen. Really? I pressed. Alan was extremely nervous, his Adam's apple bobbing up and down. Really? I just wanted you to take good care of your prize. He's so close, how is he not kissing her? Ah, Alice, one more step and you'll be touching the tent. So Alice's got a dark side. I love it. Keep going, get down and dirty already. Suddenly, the office door was thrown open again. It was Megan's voice. Mr. Chen, I brought you a change of clothes. What are you two doing? What's with the wife catching her husband cheating tone? I turned and rolled my eyes at her. Get out, Alan said, his face grim. I can go, but she has to go with me. She even dared to make demands. Alan frowned. You can leave on your own. We have things to discuss. Megan looked wronged. What could you possibly have to talk about, Mr. Chen? You too. Don't make me say it twice. Get lost. Fine. Megan reluctantly closed the door and left. The moment the door shut, Alan pulled me into the lounge. The lock clicked. My back was against the door, and in front of me was his shirtless, radiating body. There was no escape. He wrapped his hand around mine, the one holding the pen. His voice was impossibly hoarse. He whispered in my ear. Do you like the pen I gave you? I turned my head, dodging his kiss. Mr. Chen, you. The pen and I are linked. Alan suddenly confessed everything. I whipped my head around to look at him. What? He thrust his hips, bumping against me. This pen. It's linked to me. The moment you touch it, I react. The male lead just confessed. This is my second time reading this, and something feels off. Why is the plot moving so fast? It's not like what I read before. So the secret of the pen is out already? Is Alice going to think he's a total pervert? Is this going to turn into a forced seduction plot? This is getting interesting. Seeing my shocked expression, Alan was very satisfied. He leaned in close to my ear. Help me, okay? It's really hot from the thermal expansion. It won't go down. Ah, my male lead, you've changed. That was a full-on proposition. Oh my God, I'm going to have a nosebleed. Do it. Do it now. I'm dying here. I was starting to feel a little hot myself. Mr. Chen, this is sexual harassment. I could call the police. Alan was completely unfazed. You can call them. I don't mind. I won't even resist. But Alice, you don't actually dislike it, do you? How could I not like it, baby? I reached out my hand. I like it. I like it a lot. By the time I walked out of the office, the way my coworkers looked at me had completely changed. I went to the break room. Megan followed me in. What the hell is going on between you and the boss? He never used to even look at you. How did you suddenly get so close to him? I pressed the button on the water cooler. None of your business. Megan must have been furious. Her words were practically squeezed through her teeth. You're nothing but a pretty face. Who do you think you are? He doesn't even like you. He's just playing around with a little girl like you. If you think you're going to climb the ladder, you can forget about it in this lifetime. Psycho. I took a sip from my cup, not bothering to argue with her. A moment later, the bullet comments started up again. Oh my God, what kind of person spreads slut-shaming rumors about someone? I didn't have a huge problem with the villainess before, but how could she do this? Poor Alice. She didn't even do anything and now she's getting dragged through the mud. Megan can go to hell. Anyone who spreads those kinds of rumors can go to hell. After work, I got on the elevator. It stopped midway, and a man got on. Gary Kwan, the head of HR. He was in his 40s, pudgy with a beer belly, and he had a habit of looking at people with this greasy, suggestive stare. I discreetly shuffled into the corner. Normally, the elevator would be packed with people at this time. But for some reason today, it was just the two of us. Alice, be careful. He's not a good guy. Is this the power of the plot? The elevator is empty during rush hour. Alice, get your knee ready. If he tries anything, you kick him in the balls. Get away from her, you creep. Stay away from our sweet, precious Alice. Gary knew who I was. I'd met him when I first joined the company. He'd sent plenty of suggestive hints my way, all of which I'd ignored. Heading home? Was it a busy day? He asked, striking up a conversation. I forced a laugh. Not too busy. Oh really? Were you slacking off instead of taking good care of the boss? That was a nasty thing to say. And as he said it, he started to slowly edge closer to me. I frowned and shrank further into the corner, not wanting to engage. The numbers on the elevator display ticked down. As he got closer and closer, my heart started to pound. Gary reached out his hand. Alice, you're so pretty, and you have such a great body. How come you don't have a boyfriend? Maybe you just don't know the pleasures of being a woman yet? Give me a chance. I'll make sure you have a good time. His hand was about to land on my butt. I gritted my teeth and lifted my knee, ready to nail him. Just then, a ding sounded. The elevator doors opened on the ground floor. Alan was standing there. Gary, that phony, reacted instantly. He straightened up, looking perfectly innocent. Hello, Mr. Chen. Alan's eyes were dark as he stared at him. Hi. He stepped into the elevator. You can go. I just remembered something I need to discuss with her. Gary bowed and scraped his way out. The doors closed again. Alan stood close to me. What happened? You look pale. Ah, Alan, avenge our girl. If you hadn't shown up just in time, she would have been groped. Alice, say something. You helped him out with your hand, what's there to be shy about now? Poor Alice, her eyes are all red. I didn't say anything, just silently scooted away. It wasn't that I was angry. It was that I'd spent the whole afternoon in a state of confused doubt. What exactly was our relationship now? After I helped him, spit ink, in the lounge. He just lay on the bed, basking in the afterglow. I went to wash my hands. But he didn't say anything. An entire afternoon. A whole afternoon. After what happened? He hadn't made a single move. I was waiting for him to tell me he liked me, What's wrong? You look really upset. Alan was so careful. Did I do something wrong? Don't be mad. I already made a reservation at a restaurant. We can have dinner and then see a movie. Idiot. Alice. Alan was panicking. He didn't know how to console me. He put his arm around my waist and leaned in to kiss me. What a huge idiot. I suddenly pulled out the pen and gripped it in my hand. His tall frame went limp, and he braced himself against the elevator wall. He let out a grunt. Baby, we can talk about this. When you do that. I'm not made of steel. I stared at him, squeezing my hands slightly. He bent over even further. His voice trembled. Please, we're in public. Our Alice is so bad, I love it. And our male lead is so quick on the uptake. He's already begging. Oh my God, this book is so intense. I had to admit. I was getting a little thrill out of this. The elevator stopped at the parking garage. When the doors opened, a group of people was standing outside. Seeing Alan, flushed and bent over clutching his stomach, they all instinctively took a step back. Mr. Chen, are you okay? Oh my God, should we take you to the hospital? Do you have a fever? Oh, he had a fever, all right. A very hot one. I took his arm and let him lean on me. It's fine, the boss is just having a stomach issue. I'll take him to the car to get some medicine. Don't worry, everyone, it's okay. The group moved aside, but they were still staring at us. Alan coughed. It's nothing, don't worry about it. They finally turned and shuffled into the elevator, muttering amongst themselves. The second the doors closed, I let go of Alan. He followed behind me, one hand on his stomach, slightly bent over. Baby, what did I do wrong? Can you just tell me, please? To be safe, I was just holding the pen now, not doing anything with it. When we got to the car, I had him open the back door, and I got in. He squeezed in after me. Just as he was about to sit, I started to squeeze. On your knees. Don't you dare sit. Another muffled grunt. He looked at me in surprise. Alice. I showed no mercy, threatening him with the pen. Ah, our Alice is such a pro. Did you see the male lead's eyes go wide with shock? I never knew Alice was a wolf in sheep's clothing. I love it. Hurry up and continue, don't keep me waiting. Alice, you're playing a dangerous game. Don't you know what our boy is capable of? You're gonna get it so good you'll be seeing stars. Although Alan was shocked, there was also a clear look of excitement in his eyes. He didn't say a word, just silently knelt on the car seat. Because he was so tall, he had to hunch over to kneel. He looked no different from a little puppy. I squeezed the tip of the pen. His body trembled slightly, and he frowned. Don't. I slapped him across the face. Tell me, I demanded. What's the deal with you and Megan? Alan slowly turned his head back to face me. There's nothing. She's just a regular employee. After saying that, he even nuzzled my hand with his cheek. You have to believe me, really. I slapped him again. Why did you give me the pen? Were you trying to harass me? Do your parents know you're such a perv? Do they know you have this fetish? Huh? Speak. Things are starting to get weird. Our sweet, innocent Alice is so hot like this. He's really being trained like a dog. Oh my God, oh my God. Alan's face was beet red. I'm sorry, it's my fault. I wasn't trying to harass you, baby. I gave it to you because I like you. I let out a cold laugh. You like me, so you give me your junk? Who does that? Alan, are you completely out of your mind? Aren't you afraid I'll snap your precious junk in half? Alan was panting, one breath after another. I'm sorry, baby, it's my fault, it's all my fault. Just put me out of my misery. I really can't take it anymore. You don't like Megan, she won't be at the company anymore. I'll fire her. Baby, I'm begging you, please let me off the hook. Now that's more like it. I was satisfied. I leaned in and kissed his cheek. Good boy. The next second, ink leaked all over my hand. Alan was so embarrassed he didn't know what to do with his hands and feet. I was just so excited, that's why it was so fast. Baby, please don't ever doubt my abilities. I glanced toward the trunk. I remember there's a clean change of clothes back there. Go put them on. He nodded. Okay. The back seat was spacious. I sat beside him and watched him change. Alan was as nervous as a little kid. He put his clothes on wrong several times. I cleared my throat to get his attention. So, what are we now? Alan looked up at me. His eyes were filled with visible confusion. I leaned in closer. Answer me. Don't make me use this. He shrank back a little. The same Mr. Chen who was a ruthless executive in meetings. Now his voice was as quiet as a mosquito's buzz. I'm your puppy. Wait, that's not what I was asking for. But he wasn't wrong, either. I nodded. Good. I'm glad you know your place. Ah, Alice is such a good trainer. Oh my God, what happened to my big, cold, male lead? This book is getting weirder and weirder. It was nothing like this the first time I read it. So Alice was a secret baddie all along. I like it, hee hee. The next day at the office. The way my coworkers looked at me was even stranger. I didn't pay it any mind. Until Gary Kwan's wife showed up. She stood in front of my desk, screaming. She said I seduced her husband and ruined her family. That her husband had spent tons and tons of money on me. Blah, 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 she threw a whole pile of accusations at me. My coworkers all kept their distance, watching the show. They were whispering amongst themselves. It was clear they already knew about this. My eyes met Megan's. She smirked triumphantly, a victorious look on her face. Alice, just admit it. I even saw you talking to Mr. Kwan yesterday. You're still young. We can understand you making a mistake like this. Just admit you're wrong and turn over a new leaf. Don't be so stubborn. This Megan is pissing me off. Where the hell is the male lead? Why isn't he coming out with all this commotion? Go defend our girl. You, shut up. I crossed my arms and glared at Megan. Don't think I don't know who's spreading these rumors. It was you, wasn't it? Megan, you failed to seduce the boss, so now you're making up lies about me. Are you sick in the head or something? I was usually the good-natured one at the office. My sudden outburst stunned everyone. Even Gary Kwan's wife, who had been ranting non-stop, was momentarily speechless. That's when Alan appeared. He frowned. What's going on? Gary's wife struck first, pointing at me and tattling. Mr. Chen, this little secretary seduced my husband. She ruined my family. Megan chimed in. Mr. Chen, don't be fooled by Alice's innocent face. She looks so pure, but who knows how wild she is behind closed doors. She wasn't wrong about that. Alan and I were pretty wild. But that had nothing to do with her. Shut up, you. You talk too much. I couldn't take it anymore. I slammed the glass on my desk, shattering it. Megan shrieked, Alice. This is the office, not your house. The boss is right here and you dare to break things. Mr. Chen, look at her. Alan's expression didn't change. He took out his phone and sent a video. Everyone, check the company's group chat. See for yourselves who was messing around in the stairwell. On the screen, Megan and Gary were passionately going at it in the stairwell. Both of their faces were crystal clear. The entire floor fell silent. Gary's wife saw the video on another coworker's phone. She was so furious she started yanking Megan's hair and stomping her feet. Alan looked at his executive assistant. Call the police. The assistant nodded. Yes, sir. Megan, Gary, and his wife were all taken away. The floor was finally quiet. My co-workers stared at Alan and me with curiosity. These normally cautious people couldn't resist their curiosity any longer. Alice, you and the boss, what's your relationship? I raised an eyebrow at Alan. Can I say? Will you get shy? Alan flinched. His lips moved, and his ears turned bright red. He turned his head away. Do whatever you want. I smiled at my coworker. Him? He's my. How is the male lead ever going to show his face in public again? Ha ha ha, once his secret's out, he can forget about being a cold CEO. He might as well pack his bags and move into the doghouse. Alice plays him so well, it's making me all tingly. The scary part is that he agreed to it. Don't you think that's even more shocking? Boyfriend. The moment I said the word, Alan whipped his head around to look at me. My co-workers were shocked for a moment, then they all started congratulating us. Alan knelt by the bed, wearing a collar. I held out my hand, and he immediately started licking it. Baby, I love you so much. Baby, does this mean I'm officially your boyfriend now? Baby, why aren't you playing with me today? I slapped him. Don't get cocky. I was just giving you some face in public. At home, you're still my dog. Alan nodded. Okay, baby. I'm your dog. TSK, finally getting to the main event. So hot, I think I'm gonna have a nosebleed. Why did I decide to open this book on the first day of my period? Alice is about to absolutely destroy him. Alan nodded fiercely. Baby, are you not mad anymore? Will you stay tonight? I'll take good care of you. Alice, just say yes. The male lead has completely fallen for her. He's been trained so well he'll never be able to leave her. This is the kind of smut I live for. More. I paid for a subscription, author. If you give me a fade to black scene, I'm going to be pissed. Okay, I'll stay. Alan was so happy he pounced from the floor onto the bed and started kissing my face. Master, your puppy will make you very happy. Dude, you just threw your underwear in my face. Finally getting to the good stuff. Let me just subscribe real quick. Alice's face is so red. Her little moans are so cute. Wait, why did the screen go black? Dude above me, you didn't subscribe. After the first round, Alan suddenly spoke. Alice, you know those comments you see? I can see them too. They're all complaining they didn't see enough. Let's not sleep tonight. Let's put on a good show for them. Help me. If I'd known, I would have held back a little.